beautiful creatures. Just a couple of wisdom cards, and I might crack up my homemade deck that I've channeled through the other day. I've got a couple of them going on there. One of them I still need to back with cards, so we'll see how we go. Come through spirit messages for the collective for this afternoon. What have we got? Oh. When I am ready to make positive changes in my life, I attract whatever I need to help me. Affirmation for the afternoon. I am willing to change and grow. Growing can be hard, guys, and there's no growth in your comfort zone. So, don't be afraid. If, you're having a rough time, make sure you're reaching out to your support network. And, if people genuinely love you and care about who you are as a person, you will always be able to find some support. Sometimes people have this idea of who we should be as opposed to who we are, and as we grow, we integrate the older versions of ourselves, and sometimes people accepting that you're not exactly the same as you always were, even though you haven't really changed your base traits and what you stand for and all that. Sometimes it can be hard. It takes people a while to understand that, and some people just can't understand that. So don't beat yourself up if you find that you're not connecting with old people, like older friends or older associates, the way that you always have. At least 3 times a day, I stand with my arms wide open and say, I am willing to let the love in. It is safe to let the love in. I am worth loving. Yes, my beautiful creatures, you absolutely are worth loving, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It doesn't matter what, spot you're in your life and where you're at, or what's happening around you. Just remember you are worthy and you are worth loving, and love is unconditional. So if someone actually loves you, they're going to keep loving you no matter what you're going through and no matter what, you're up against. Life can be challenging at the best of times, even on a good day sometimes. So, make sure you're loving each other and supporting each other to the best of your ability. I myself sometimes find, especially when I'm doing shadow work, emotional management can be challenging. I'm an Aries, so I sometimes have that issue anyway. Universe says, are you listening? So this is are you listening to synchronicities? Are you seeing the signs? Feathers, coins, angel numbers. I mentioned this in a video I did earlier about synchronicities, and I might do a little bit video with a little bit more on that later today or tonight. Synchronicities are those moments where, like, you're talking about something and it comes on the radio, or you're thinking about someone and they call you, or you're focused on something and it comes on the TV, or you hear it on the radio, or you're walking down the street and you overhear someone talking about it. That's synchronicity. And that's the universe's way of showing us that we're on the right path or getting messages to us. So, if you are, if you're resonating with this reading, universe says, are you listening? Quite often 1111 can represent hey, are you listening from the universe? Some of you are dealing with karmic family issues. To those of you that are dealing with karmic family, it can be really challenging. And just remember, just because you're related to someone doesn't mean you need to be dealing with inappropriate or unacceptable behavior. And if you're not being treated properly and or the way you want to be treated within your boundaries, it is okay to cut ties and or not spend time or money or whatever it is that for you that you normally do with them. Destiny is calling. Are you picking up? A lot of you have gifts coming in and things are happening and changing for you, which might not have always been your way, and or you might be surrounded by karmic family that are making you feel like you're going a little bit batshit crazy. Probably not crazy, you're probably just gifted, which means you're on a different frequency to the people around you, and sometimes that does make you feel like you're going crazy, but you're not actually. Bye, Felicia. Make sure you're cutting off people and or situations that no longer serve you. Straighten your crown and remember who you are. Stand within your power. Make sure you are loving yourself and being gentle with yourself through these transitions. And what is meant to be yours will come to you, and it has always been yours, and you know, you just have to be on the right frequency for those manifestations to arrive. So I hope it's been helpful. Peace, love, and light. Have a great day.